Dear students, in this video we'll deal with the next topic of chapter number 3, that is solubility. Now what is solubility? Solubility of a solute in a solvent at a particular temperature, that is T degrees Celsius, is defined as the maximum amount of solute dissolved in 100 gram of solvent at that particular temperature is called as the solubility of a particular solute. So it is given by the formula weight of solute in grams divided by weight of solvent in grams into 100. So if we determine the solvent in grams, then we can determine the solubility of a solute at that particular temperature. Now, what is the effect of temperature and pressure on the solubility of a particular solid at a particular temperature? Number first factor is the pressure. Pressure is directly proportional to the solubility of gas in water. It means that if you increase pressure, the solubility of gas in water will increase, and if you decrease the pressure, then the solubility of gas in water will decrease. In daily life, you see soda water bottles. It is water plus carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, that is called soda water. Under pressure, CO2 is under pressure sealed in the water bottle to give you the soda water, and the taste of the soda water is due to this dissolved carbon dioxide. Now, as soon as we open the bottle of soda water, that is, we decrease the pressure of the bottle, that is, we open the cap of the bottle, then the gas will come out in the form of a fizz. Why? Because the solubility of the gas will decrease. If this is the bottle, if you decrease the pressure from the top, if you open this bottle, then the pressure on the top will decrease, and the solubility in turn will decrease of the gas in water, because if you decrease pressure, solubility will decrease, and therefore the gas will come out in the form of a fizz. If you increase the pressure on the surface of the water, then boiling point of the water will increase and freezing point will decrease below 0 degrees Celsius, and boiling point will increase above 100 degrees Celsius. The next factor which depends on the solubility, or you can say solubility depends on the factor temperature. Temperature is inversely proportional to the solubility of gas in water. If you increase the temperature, solubility will decrease, and if you decrease the temperature, solubility of gas will increase in water. For example, boiling of water. If in daily life, if you use boiled water in drinking, then you will see that the water is tasteless. It has no taste in it. Because why? Because the water has many dissolved gases in it which give it a taste, and as soon as you increase the temperature, the solubility of gas will decrease. It means that gases will be expelled out from the water, and therefore the taste of the water will be lost, because solubility of the gases will decrease in the water, which give it a taste. Next example is soda bottles. Soda bottles are always kept in cold. If you keep it chilled, that is, temperature is decreased, then the solubility of the gas will increase. If you decrease temperature, solubility will increase. So chilled soda bottles, they cause more effervescence, because if you decrease temperature, the solubility of gases will increase, and it will in turn cause more fizz when you open the bottle. And if normal soda bottles you will use, the effervescence will not be much, because the solubility will be less of the gases in water at high temperatures, because temperature is inversely proportional to the solubility of gas in water. One more reason can be asked: in water, the soluble dissolved air contain more percentage of oxygen as compared to the normal air. Why? Because oxygen is more soluble in water than nitrogen gas. Although the nitrogen content is more in air, but because oxygen is more soluble in water, so dissolved air in water contain more percentage of oxygen than nitrogen. Now in your book, you can see the solubility curve here. This is a graph plotted between solubility and temperature of different salts. So this graph is showing the solubility, that is, the amount of solute which will saturate 100 gram of solvent at that particular temperature. With the help of this graph, is called solubility curve or solubility graph. With the help of this graph, we can determine the solubility of a particular solute at a particular temperature. We can also compare the solubility of two solutes, like in this graph is going like this, and this graph is going like this. It means here the solubility is increasing, but less increase is there. Here the solubility increasing sharply. So you can compare the solubilities of two compounds at a particular temperature. And you can also calculate or you can also tell the separation purification of solute depending on the solubility of two solutes. The one with lowest solubility will crystallize out first from the solution, and the one with more solubility will crystallize out later from the solution. So it is used for calculating the solubility of a solute, comparing the solubility of two different solutes, and also for calculating, or you can say for the purification of two or more solutes present in a mixture. Now here some salts are given in your book whose solubility increases with temperature, decreases with temperature, increases slightly with temperature, or does not get affected by temperature. So this is all you have to learn with examples. The solubility of solutes, whether it will increase with temperature, decrease with temperature, or does not affect at all independent of temperature, or slightly increase with temperature. These solubilities you have to learn. Now in the next class we will deal with the order of crystallization and the process of crystallization.